Hello and welcome back to Jacob's Toys 5-minute figure reviews. Please do like, share, subscribe, all of those things. All support to the channel is very much appreciated. In this video we're taking a look at the Marvel Legends Bonebreaker Wave, more specifically the figure of Maggot. Now this is where things get really weird. Let me just tell you what's in the box to start with. We've got his two slugs, Eeny and Meeny, and they're quite flexible. There's no kind of articulation in them, but they're not solid like hard plastic. They're made of like a rubbery plastic. And they're in two different poses so you can put them on him in various different ways. They're quite cool as far as slugs go. You've also got Bonebreaker's big gun, and that is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool gun. That goes with the Build-A-Figure, and you get Bonebreaker's head. And what you can do with this is his glasses pop up and down so you can see his face underneath. Can't wait to put this Build-A-Figure together. Do check out my page for the full review and build of that particular figure. He looks awesome. So as I said, this is where things get weird. Now Maggot as a character is a pretty obscure one. The actual figure is brilliant. The casting on his head is really nice. The detail is really nice. The eyes are painted really well. He's got that blue skin. One thing I have noticed is the inside of his head is kind of hollowed out, and I've not seen that on the figures before, so I don't know if that's just specific for this particular figure or whether it's a new direction, but yeah, a little bit less plastic in the head there, which could possibly come in handy when it comes to customizing. The whole figure is really nice though. It's all pinless on the arms. There's a bit of flex there in his jacket so you don't lose any articulation in those arms. He doesn't come with any alternate hands. He's only got these two kind of holding hands. And as far as I can tell, this is pretty much a new sculpt through and through. I can't put my finger on where the chest piece comes from. The coat is definitely new, the arms are definitely new, and of course the head is a new sculpt as well. Let's just have a look. The details are really nice. The legs, however, are not pinless. They do have pins in them, which is a shame, but the coat does cover it up, so you can't see those pins. They're just on the outside. And because the trousers are all one colour anyway, it all kind of blends in. Anyway, so no real complaints there. That's fine. I don't mind those neat legs not being pinless. So Maggot as a character is really quite unique. I mean, he's been around since the late 90s. He's affiliated with X-Men, with Generation X. Magneto was the one that kind of found him. Now, he was born in South Africa, and as a child he essentially couldn't digest food, and Magneto kind of released these maggot things, well, they're not maggots, are they? They're slugs, but released these slugs from inside him, and then they became kind of like his pets. His mutant power essentially is that he kind of controls these slugs, and they can digest things at a really fast rate, so they can kind of, get things out of the way. And as they do eat things, it makes him stronger, etc. He wasn't born with blue skin. His skin turned blue after they were removed. And in the comic books, he dies. So he doesn't do a huge amount. He does come back in a few various different issues for different reasons. I think he was reborn at one point as well. But he's not a character that's kind of made a huge dent in the X-Men kind of publication history. He's a very cool looking character. He's definitely a unique one, and I'm kind of pleased to be able to add him to the shelf. But he's definitely a random one. I could have gone without having a Maggot figure, but I'm pleased that I have got one. That makes sense. As I said, as far as the figure goes, the sculpt and the detail on him is really nice, but as far as kind of what I can do with him in regards to photography and kind of where I'd put him on my shelf, I'm a little bit limited. But he's definitely a cool one to have, and you can see there that Eeny and Meeny do position on him quite nicely. He's very sturdy, he stands up really nicely, he stands head and shoulders above the other figures. He is Darwin from the same Bonebreaker Wave, and you can see that he really does stand sort of head and shoulders above other figures. So as far as an action figure goes, he's very cool, he's very unique looking, he's got a lot of detail in places that other figures haven't, like the big shoulder pads, and I think the new chest piece as well. And having Eeny and Meeny, the two slugs, is really cool. So when I say about things getting weird, in the comic books, in order to kind of feed him, in order for him to actually kind of get nutrition from the food that's being eaten by the slugs, they need to kind of burrow back into his stomach and feed him that way. So he's definitely a bit of a gross character and very, very unique. But yeah, that's Maggot. I'm pleased to have him. You know, and take some cool pictures with him, like next to Magneto and Wolverine and various other characters that he's come across. But yeah, he's okay. But as a figure, he's pretty cool. Please do like, share, subscribe, and all of those things, and do check out my page for more videos.